unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever.
Three chains. Ow.
Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after, engage in laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceiling's absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip some and kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king, like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard. Somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checks, I always want the fat ones. I'm so I can sing to a chandelier. My flow a glass of spade and yours a can of candle.
Too many buttons, not enough. These fucking the SWAT is coming. Shoulder, no shoulder, shrugging at your nugget. Sticky like acupuncture and Magnus honey. Knock on the side door 3 times and have your money. Or get to stepping like Kappa stomping. I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian Sonny. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. 2 teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bills going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Here's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
In motion, the tight end play. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Surveying the field. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come out here in the eye. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And the defense comes onto the field for the first time, and it is a unit that struggled a week ago.
So they're looking for a fast start, Brandon. Can they create a turnover early? Can they take the ball away? That's what this unit's looking for to get back on the beam. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And here come the Bills. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Shift together here from the D-line. And the back goes into motion. On second down, here's Taylor. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Red zone opportunity. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Raiders. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play fake here on first down. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second and 10 now. One receiver to the left is Cooper. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last score that we're going to see.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. To throw is Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this, a fake? This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the broken tackle. helps lead to a first down gain. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. In motion right is Watkins. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Come on, let's go. Flick round, flick round, flick round, flick round.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Taylor will throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And it now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. Picked off by David Anderson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In motion right is Watkins. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and the wideout in motion. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and now it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. 1-0.
On second down, here's Taylor. Surveying the field. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ohio.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? Let's go. What? What?
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands sense, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Let's go. 1-9.
Slot man moves right. Play action, it's Taylor. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. A host of Raiders in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Taylor. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Watkins alone on the left side. They go play action with Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play action, now Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll get 16 yards there, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on Seth Morris fighting. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. One receiver left, three to the right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding time. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, here's Taylor. This complete to the tight end, Clay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Back now in the East Bay. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They come out here in the eye. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw is Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it'll bring up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
In motion, the tight end play. On third down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now a handoff as they run left side. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free, then brings up third down. Eight yards still remaining here on third down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and it's fourth down. Here's Marquette King now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the Bills getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Buffalo first down. The gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's third down. 10 yards to go on third. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. And some room to roam now. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll go again to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Taylor to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his second field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this fourth quarter lead stand up.
To throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. He's got time. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now Taylor. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go.
In motion, the tight end play. Oh, Taylor going to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed.